Amongst the many fears that are circulating around the Uniform Civil Code, one of the fears is what happens to the rights of the tribals and people of the Northeast. The Northeast is said to have its own unique identity and a different set of laws for itself as well. These are the questions that have been asked by many opposition leaders, including a BJP member of parliament, Mr. Sushil Modi. Sources say that Mr. Sushil Modi, who was chairing the standing committee meeting for law and justice yesterday, discussing the Uniform Civil Code, asked the officials what happens on this particular issue. It is learned through sources that the officials told Mr. Modi and the others that yes, this was a concern that was already been brought to their notice and they're looking into it and seeing what can be possibly done, and probably this will not be dealt with in a negative manner, and steps will be taken to ensure that the rights of the tribals and the rights of the people of the Northeast are protected. So many opposition MPs then argued that if this is not being done in a uniform manner, then what is the point of bringing a uniform civil code? There was a detailed discussion that took place yesterday at the Uniform Civil Code, on the Uniform Civil Code, in fact, at the Standing Committee meeting in the presence of senior officials from the Ministry of Law and Justice and, of course, representatives from the Law Commission as well. Fast-paced developments have taken place as far as the UCC is concerned, especially in the state of Uttarakhand, where the Uttarakhand Chief Minister, in fact, late last night has met with Union Home Minister Amit Shah, along with Justice retired Ranjana Desai, and today also he's had a meeting with the Prime Minister on the same issue as well. Even though this is an issue which is going to be brought in the centre, and the centre is looking to bring in a bill, it seems that they will try this with piloting it in Uttarakhand. It was part of Uttarakhand's poll promise as well. Now, several opposition MPs have questioned the intent of the government and said that this government is probably trying to look it in the eye of the upcoming elections and probably is looking to bring the bill so that they can get poll benefits out of it. Even parties like the Shiv Sena, which has voiced their support in the support of such a legislation, has also come out and said what is the need of the bill to be brought in right now, what is the hurry, and hopefully the BJP will not make this a poll issue. But one must remember that the intent of the BJP is very clear, and that was articulated in as many words by Prime Minister Narendra Modi in his Bhopal speech on 27th of June, where he said that Uniform Civil Code would really come. It is part of the BJP's manifesto both in 2014 as well as 2019, and something that the RSS has also been articulating in as many words as well. It will be important to see the developments that come in from here on and the timing as far as bringing the legislation is concerned, because this is a complicated legislation. There is currently an ongoing consultation in place by the Law Commission, for which they have received 19 lakh responses so far, even if that consultation gets closed on the 13th of July. Importantly, yes, there are many more layers to it which the government is trying to explore, and the government is trying to tell people that there will be no unfair treatment that will be meted out. But the question then remains is that in the upcoming months you have elections in the states of Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh and Rajasthan, and of course Mizoram, and in particular Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh have a lot of tribal population, and of course Mizoram being a northeastern state. So what will be the timing of bringing the legislature to ensure that there is no poll effect as far as the BJP is concerned? That remains the biggest question, and that remains the biggest concern of the opposition parties.